everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, this is a repost of a video I put up earlier because it appears that my video editor glitched out and didn't do what it was supposed to do. So here we go again. Today is the official start of the Senate impeachment trial of Donald Trump. Now, we all know that the Republicans are not going to vote to convict him. And I doubt that any Democrat will vote to acquit him. But there has been an interesting twist in the rules of the trial that Mitch McConnell has put forward. The way in which the trial will be run kind of tells us a lot about what the Republicans in the Senate actually think about Trump. When the Ukraine scandal first came to light, the Republicans at first said there was no evidence that directly implicates Trump, that it was all hearsay and the second hand. But even after the hearings in the House ended, more and more witnesses came forward and more documents have been obtained that do show us that Trump was directly involved in extorting the Ukrainian president. Another defense was that Trump was genuinely concerned about corruption in Ukraine, and it was okay for Trump to demand that it be investigated. This was always kind of silly. The idea that a man as corrupt as Trump was worried about corruption somewhere else has no credibility at all. And since then, more documents and witness accounts have shown that Trump was not at all concerned about corruption in Ukraine, but simply wanted to damage Joe Biden. And then they kept saying that no laws were broken, but now the Government Accountability Office, which is nonpartisan and independent, has ruled that Trump did break the law when he withheld funds from Ukraine. So all they have left is that the abuse of his presidential power is not an impeachable offense. But there's no doubt that it is. So old Moscow Mitch McConnell has come up with a set of rules as a way, in the way the trial will be conducted that is designed to protect Trump by limiting the information that will be allowed on the record and limiting what the public sees. So the trial will begin at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and there will be 12-hour sessions that will end at 1 o'clock a.m., which will mean that much of the proceedings will happen when people are either going to bed or watching primetime TV instead of the trial. Also, a lot of the new evidence that has come out may not be allowed to be presented at the trial because it incriminates Trump. There's this guy, Lev Parnas, who has a lot of damaging information about Trump, and he probably won't be allowed to testify. Witnesses like Mick Mulvaney and other White House officials probably won't be called. And a lot of documents that are being held back by the Trump administration, the Senate will not require that the administration produce them. John Bolton has the potential to do a whole lot of damage to Trump, but the Republicans have a plan to classify his testimony as secret so that he will not be allowed to testify in public. The public will not be allowed to hear what he has to say. So what does all of this tell us? Well, it tells us without a doubt that the Republicans know that Trump is guilty. If they thought that any witnesses or documents would exonerate Trump, they would want it all out in the open. But the fact is that there is not a shred of exculpatory evidence that they have. So the Republicans will try to cover up what is out there and keep it from the public. But information just travels nowadays. The public's going to hear about it. And the irony is that this will not be done out of devotion to Trump, but out of fear. I mean, the Republicans don't even like him. They wish he was gone. But they are just deathly afraid to stand up to him. So even as the trial progresses, more information will be coming out, and obviously they will not allow that to come onto the record. But people are going to hear about it. It's going to be on the news. It's going to be on the web. That's just how things work nowadays. And so the American people will know what's going on, even if it's not allowed to come into the trial. And I believe that they will make the GOP pay dearly for their cowardice in the 2020 election. I could be wrong, but I think the Republicans are stupid to hitch their wagon to Trump when they have an opportunity to get rid of him. Thanks for listening. Well, I want to thank you all for watching my videos. But there are certain changes that Google has made to YouTube, which, since I'm a smaller channel, means that I can't monetize my videos. So I found places where I can. So instead of watching my videos here on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you go either to Patreon or to Top Buzz. They let me monetize videos, and I don't even have to put commercials on. So, if you want to become a patron on Patreon, that's fine. If you don't, you can still watch the videos there. I've just kind of given up on YouTube. YouTube is just a place that I use so that I can put my videos in other places. So, Patreon, Top Buzz, the links are in the description box. Thanks a lot.